Hello. I think we're live.
Woohoo!
I have guests today. So exciting. Hello. This is I'm gonna give my co-hosts a chance to introduce themselves, but I'm very excited. So go ahead, Autumn.
So hi everyone, I am Autumn. I am a fantasy writer here on YouTube, and I'm so very excited to get a little bit of writing done because it's been like a week, but we're not going to talk about that. But I'm very excited to get back into my story. I'm like right at the best possible point, honestly. Like, and I've just been so mad that I haven't been able to write, but I'm like right there at the midpoint, like not there, but like the scene before where I can like kind of taste the midpoint. And I just really want to get there because it's going to be so exciting. It's going to be a fun time. So hopefully I can at least get to the midpoint in this stream. So then like I can have another writing session and then actually write the midpoint.
I love it.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, hi, I'm Bree Buonomo. I have a YouTube channel where I talk about books and writing, and I'm currently working on my dark fantasy project Mermaid, and I'm very, very close to being done. With Autumn's help the other day, I feel like I got through my little slump in a wall I hit, and I probably only have like 2 or 3 chapters to write. So for my first draft, it's going to be done.
That is close.
Yes. And very excited. I'm very happy. I actually was streaming earlier today on Inimitable Books channel. So we're just really streaming and going.
Going today. Was it like us, like writing sprints as well?
Yes. So yeah, so I started my morning off writing, went for a nice walk, recuperated, and now we're back at it.
Nice. I love it.
How was that walk? Oh, I'm sorry, Diane.
No. Go ahead.
We're much better today.
Good.
I don't know how also, because I don't exactly know like where things are happening in Canada, but yeah, our air quality is much better today.
Okay.
Well, I was able to breathe. I had no issues walking, but we can see the clouds today. I haven't been able to see the clouds in 3 days. I haven't seen the sky in 3 days. So yeah, we're doing really good over here. And that's a whole other part of the conspiracy theory day.
I want to hear all of it. I want to hear all of it.
I'll just set time aside one day and just be like, here's everything we have so far.
Yeah. Yes. The air quality is actually better here, up here as well today, which is good. Apparently there's been some clouds and like rain potentially coming that's like helped with the air quality. So
good.
Also I'm like noticing my Wi-Fi and it's like bothering me that it keeps like skipping. So if that's happening, I'm sorry. But okay, so you guys are working on your books, your writing. I'm very excited about that. Whoever's in the chat, let us know what you guys are working on. I am going to be working on 2 things. I'm going to be tackling this beast. Going to be doing some reading sprints. I'm going to go between some reading, working on Ben. I'm very excited about. I finished chapter 3, which was like a chunky chapter. It was like just under 11,000 words. So it took a little while, but we got there. We finished chapter 3. Feeling good about it. Chapter 4 and 5 are 2 chapters where I'm gonna be making a lot of changes. Like I'm almost like entirely scrapping a chapter and like rewriting new scenes with like different characters and more characters and stuff. So today I think I'm going to be working on like reading through those chapters and basically doing like a new outline. So that's my goal for the stream today. We're going to do basically like Pomodoros, so 25-minute sprints, and then with like a little bit of chatting in between. And that's the plan for today. I think some people are here. Erica can only be here for an hour. However long you could be here is great. James is here. John is here. Hello, Michael. Clearing up.
I think that's about the
yeah, which is great.
Mhm.
We need that for sure. And Raquel is here. Hello, hello, hello. So I think if you guys are cool, I'd love to get into the first sprint, and get some reading done. I'm going to start with that. Okay, I think I have everything set up. Let me just.
Diane, have you read It yet by Stephen King?
Girl, don't start with me. Yeah, it was the first book I read like when I was in high school, that like Stephen King book that I read in high school that like got me back into reading and like started my Stephen King obsession. That is like
You just went for it.
Yeah.
my Stephen King book. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I recently saw someone's reading vlog where they were reading It by Stephen King and giving like updates. It was spoiler free, but I didn't know it was like over 1,000 pages. So when she said that, part of my soul chipped away because I was like, oh my God, that's a long book.
Mhm.
But when she was talking about it, I was like, this sounds amazing. So I'm able to get it from my library, and the app has it. So I think not anytime soon, but probably within like the next month, I want to try to attempt to read it.
Oh my God, do it.
Because
do it.
Like, so I've never seen the movie, so I literally have no idea anything about.
Oh, you're going in completely blind.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm being Diane, but when Diane was younger, but now I'm just plowing for it.
Do it. I'm so excited for you. Oh my God, I wish I could read it and like watch it for the first time again. Oh, it's so good.
That's honestly
I'm so
super
excited for
comforting
you.
too.
I've actually been thinking about doing a reread and like vlogging the reread. So depending, let me know when you start reading it, and we'll see if it works out, and then we can read it together.
Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely keep you updated on it.
Yes. Regardless, keep me updated.
I will, for sure.
Okay, let me pull up the correct screen. Oh my gosh. Yes. Share. Okay. Ooh, I'll close that up. All right, we're in there. Good luck. See you in 25 minutes. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
How did that go for you guys?
So it went slow, but it was a good sprint easing back into things. So I'm on chapter 13 and I ended up writing 506 words.
Oh wow. That's amazing.
Good.
Feeling good
Nice.
about it.
Yeah. Inching closer to that midpoint.
That's right. It was an inch indeed.
How did
Yeah.
you do, Bree?
I did pretty good. I wrote 354 new words and got a little distracted, talked to my husband a little bit, got stuck on Facebook for a few minutes. So,
Talking conspiracy theories.
yeah. No, mostly just talking about dinner.
Nice.
Who knows?
What's for dinner?
We don't know yet. I think we're going to go take a ride down to our, like, I don't know, like the city. If you will. Like, I don't know what you call it. The metro.
Town.
Yeah. Like the place where everything is.
Sounds good. That felt a little like I'm a pretty slow reader as much as I'm a slow writer. I guess the first part of that sprint I wasn't reading, but I got about 10, 11 pages. Stephen King is so good at writing stories that have like huge casts of characters, and so I can and like this already. There's gonna be we're just gonna be everywhere, and I love that. It's giving me like Under the Dome vibes where you're like kind of following a bunch of characters, but I'm liking it. I'm enjoying it so far.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what's important. I know the only Stephen King I've read so far, which I think Autumn started, and I don't know if she finished it, but it was The
Sorry.
Institute, which wasn't necessarily like it was more fantasy than horror.
Yeah. I haven't read that one yet.
I liked it up until the end. It was fine. Just felt very lackluster after we had all of this stuff happening.
Okay, fair. There have been a few Stephen King books where I didn't love the ending. Like I really loved the whole book, but then I got to the end and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that was the one thing that I've heard many times going into his books was that he's not good at endings. And I don't know what people just say that all the time, and I never know which book, but I felt like The Institute fell in that category.
Yeah, I have heard that too about his books. Like either it's like the phenomenal ending or it's like, no, no.
Yeah, like very hit or miss.
Yeah. I have not read The Institute. I've started 11/22/63 and it's a chunker and it's really good, but because it's so long, I just get distracted. I'm like, I can read shorter books.
Yes.
It's very daunting to do to start a big book.
Yes. And it's like split up into parts and and I know it has a big cast too. And I'm just like, all right. Like I was listening to the audiobook, but I have the chunker. Like it's on my bookshelf. And I'm like, I think it's one of those where I need to follow along and see the words.
Yeah.
So, and my partner for my birthday last year bought me Fairy Tale. And I've heard really good things about Fairy Tale. That's I think the one that he wrote in 2020 or 2021. But I haven't read it yet, but I can get that on Libby as well.
Nice. Yeah, I've read mostly his older. Actually, the other day I finished one of his books, Finders Keepers, which is a newer one. But I looked at, I did a count of all my Stephen King books that I have read, and I'm at 31. I've read 31.
Wow.
Yeah, and they're mostly his older stuff. He has a bunch of shorter ones that you can. There was a while where I was reading a book every week. I was reading a Stephen King book, just powering through.
Yeah. Have you read the one? The name will come to me in a second, but it's about the writer and he gets kidnapped by a crazy fan.
Misery?
Misery, yes. Have you read that one?
Yes. I don't remember very much from it because it was like one of the first ones I read like 10 years ago or whatever. But yes, I have read that one. I want to watch the movie though.
Yes, my mom loves the movie. She's she loves, and I think she loves both of the actors, the main actors that are in it. She really loves them, so she's been trying to like get me to watch it. But like, if I'm gonna read the book, I want to read the book before I watch the movie.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm that way about Lord of the Rings. I still haven't watched Lord of the Rings, and Autumn, I know that you're a big Lord of the Rings fan.
Amber, you're talking to the two people who have a book club just dedicated to Lord of the Rings.
I'm reading book 2 right now.
I love that. You guys, these are the perfect people to be talking to about this. That I'm very much that way about Lord of the Rings, where like I want to read the books so bad, but like I just haven't been in a headspace to like get into it. And like I want to watch the movies so bad, but I'm like I can't until I read the books. But that's definitely
you should just do it. I will say that the adaptations are very good.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like I've heard that that they're very good, and like I know enough like reference it. Like I feel like I know the story, but like I don't.
Yes.
But like I love. There's something that I quote all the time where he's like, "Okay, keep your secrets," or like something like that from the movie. And like, I love Elijah Wood. I want to watch it so bad, but I don't know.
I would recommend to do like the normal versions first. Don't jump into the extended versions when you watch it, because it can be very daunting. And I also just feel like, because when we get to the third book, Autumn, I want to bring it up in our book club, but I realized that like when you first watch like the movies, like there's certain things that they add into the later editions that are extended that kind of like undermine your like the suspense a little bit in some of the parts, because like they'll add more so that you kind of know what's going to happen, even though it's good, but you're like, there's certain parts where like you think things are going to happen and you don't know when you first watch the movies as they are, and then like big reveals happen and you're like, ah. So if you watch the extended version, those big reveals aren't, I don't think, nearly as powerful.
Okay. Okay, so I'm
Plus,
okay to watch the movie.
They're like 4 hours.
Right. Which like I don't mind. Like I definitely don't mind watching long movies or anything. Okay.
You'll appreciate them more though if you watch the way that they were released and then go into the editions.
Okay, so like theatrical versions and then like extended.
Yeah.
And honestly, I really can't believe I waited so long to read Lord of the Rings, because I've always heard people like, oh my gosh, there's so much information. It's so daunting, but it's so beautifully written. Like it is just so whimsical and just magical and just so beautiful. And it's like, okay, that's how people should pitch it. Mm-hmm. That's how people should say, be like, I understand it's a long read, but the way that Tolkien does it is just a very beautiful way. And it's terrible that the reputation is, oh my gosh, there's so much information. Like, and that makes people not want to read it. But he does a phenomenal job, like giving you the information. It's not info dump, here you go, have fun. It's in a structural, beautiful way.
Yeah. There's a difference between something being like dense, like textbook, and then something being like, just like an epic fantasy.
Yes. And I feel like a lot of people make it seem like it's a textbook. That's like honestly a great way. Like that's how I always thought it was. Like here's all the information about the elves. Here's all the information about the dwarves. And it's not like that. It's not.
Right.
It's magical. It
is. And if you struggle with like the book itself, because like I struggle with the writing, Andy Serkis does the audiobooks, and that is just such a phenomenal experience in of itself too. So that's how I'm consuming a lot of it, because it's like just it gives you such like an easier way to access the writing.
Yes,
I like that. Okay, that's how I read.
Andy Serkis does Gollum in the movies too, so like it has like it's even like extra. And he does like voices so well. Like it is just such a good performance.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
into
it's
it.
entertaining. Like I'm sitting here reading the book and I'm smiling, like listening to him. It's a
Mhm.
great time.
I love that. Yeah, I think I might do that. I have a copy of the first book. I do technically have it, so I can follow along. But I did that with Dune as well, where I was like kind of intimidated by like
Mhm.
the world and like all the stuff. So I like read along with the audiobook, and it was lovely. It was it was like such a good experience. So okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
How do you want? We have the third book is going to be in September.
September.
So
Okay.
if you read all 2 of them and you want to join us for a book club in September.
Okay. I'll think about it. Yeah, because I have it. So okay. We'll talk for sure. I'm gonna quickly go through these. So James got 123 words. Lovely. John 183. I didn't Autumn. I was wondering, will he be streaming for July Camp Anna 2? Probably. Yeah. I'm trying to finish this draft of Ben by July 16th. So there will be streams all the way up until then for sure. I love a big cast of characters. Yes. That's something that like as a writer, I'd love to get to a point where I could do something like that in a way that doesn't feel like torture and like
Yes.
you know.
Not the
Right
same
now,
character.
Yeah.
Everyone has like their own identity and it's not like cookie cutter.
Yes. I'm struggling with that right now where I'm like, I have a pretty small cast of characters and I'm like, I feel like these 3 characters sound exactly the same. I have like one character that like has her own voice. That's like one of my favorite characters because she's like actually like noticeably different from everybody else.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a bite of cookie, dude. Okay, yesterday. So I'm currently not eating like gluten and dairy and eggs. There's like certain things that I'm not eating on like my elimination diet for a couple weeks. So I was like, you know what? I'm craving cookies. Like as a sweet tooth, I just want cookies. I want cake. So I looked up a recipe, and it uses chickpea flour, and then like vegan butter or like coconut oil. It was like and then like some sugar and chocolate chips. So I got like vegan chocolate chips. Everything's above board. Everything's legit for my diet technically. And so I made it for the first time. And it's so good.
Ooh, that's the best.
I love
so good.
When you try new recipes and they turn out better than expected.
Mm-hmm. I also made my own mayo yesterday.
Ooh, look at you.
And it was like a vegan mayo. So good. Like so good. And there are vegan mayos and stuff out there, but the stuff that they have in it usually use like pea protein or potato starch, and I'm not able to eat any of those either. So I guess I got to make my own, and it turned out okay.
Oh man, I love mayonnaise. Like, is that very Southern of me to say? Like, I don't know. I love mayonnaise.
I love mayonnaise. Like, I could eat that with a spoon. I love mayo on everything.
Yeah, it's like I can put mayonnaise on mayonnaise. Like,
You're just reminding me of like Patrick and like his mayonnaise an instrument. I love mayonnaise on everything.
I do, man. Oh, a good like sandwich on a hot summer day with some mayonnaise on it.
Yeah. Oh. I like mayo, but I'm not like a mayo fiend.
I'm so glad Diane and I are on the same page.
Everything. It's just everything's better when you put mayo on it. Like a chicken sandwich.
Oh,
I mean, mayo is good. Yes.
Say no more. But see, I don't like ketchup. Like I cannot do ketchup, but mayonnaise, everything. Put it on there. Load it up. Lasagna, mayonnaise.
Really? I've never tried that. I'm trying that.
What did you put it on?
Pardon?
What did you put it on?
I said put it on your lasagna.
That's a little bit.
Just say, you might want to be tipsy when you do it the first time.
I will do that stone cold sober, and I'm sure it's going to taste amazing. That's
Oh my gosh.
something.
You're going to make lasagna and you're going to be like, yeah.
You're gonna
With your
like,
hand.
pour it on. Oh my God.
If you don't like it, don't tell me.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass. Like, I will take your word for it, but
Yeah,
that's
fair.
a little bit too out there for me.
I somehow can never make a good chocolate chip oatmeal cookie, but I love baking the cookies and brownies. I love brownies. I love all cookies. You know, all like baked goods. It's been hit or miss. I haven't always succeeded, but like banana bread, I'm pretty good. Pretty good with banana bread. I can make a mean banana bread. Mayo on it? Okay.
Put mayonnaise.
No, it probably wouldn't be bad.
I just need a series from you of you trying mayo on everything now, please. Or like the two of you together live, just try.
You should.
So fun.
I'm writing this down. Mayo. It's an idea.
It's like when you do your Christmas one where you try different Christmas chocolate with mayo.
Oh my God, I'll call it like Does It Mayo or something.
Does it mayo?
Mayo on everything.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I cannot. This is hilarious.
It's happening, okay.
I know you like your Cheetos mac and cheese. I wonder if that would be good.
Absolutely it would. 100%. That would absolutely go so well with mayo.
That might be a good segue into like the lasagna.
I mean, that is fair though.
Yeah,
it would be
it
pasta.
makes sense. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, it would just. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because like ketchup is like tomatoes, but like pasta sauce is made from tomatoes, so it's essentially the same, just different consistency.
It goes. When I was younger, I used to mix mayo and ketchup a lot for like fries. I used
Thousand Island has something else in it to make it Thousand Island. At least what like we have locally, but my
feel like it's
a big mixer of those two.
I think so.
I feel like it's got like a pickle or something vibe to it.
Is it like vinegar?
It's got more of like a briny.
Worcestershire. That's what I think is the thing that like I think tends to change it. I think that's what it is.
Listen, we don't know yet. Well, I don't know yet. Autumn does, and I trust her judgment on this.
I was gonna say, I mean, I don't do it every time, but like if you're kind of wanting to spice it up and it's been in the fridge for a few days, mayonnaise on it. It's fine.
No, I support this. I support it 100%. It would be a fun. You know what? It's happening.
That would be very fun.
You heard it here first. I'm doing the video where I'm putting mayo on stuff. In a couple weeks, when I can eat mayo again, I'll introduce and just like put it on things. Love it.
Oh my gosh.
Cheetos on lasagna. Probably.
That
Cheetos are amazing.
I haven't done that one.
I've seen not Cheetos, but is it
Fritos?
No, those little square crackers. Cheez-Its.
Oh.
Which like crushed on like pasta, lasagna, things like that. So
yeah, and I know sometimes people will put Fritos on like casseroles, and that'll be like the crunchy topping.
Interesting.
Or like nacho chips.
I love all that. Oh my god.
My mom one time made this Cheez-It like chicken, where it was like as a breadcrumb, and it was phenomenal. But I haven't had that. Well, my mom is gluten-free now, so that's probably why, because she has celiac. So that's probably why she hasn't made it.
Yeah.
But I remember it was wild and great. So that's a weird thing that I
wild and great. It just needed mayonnaise.
No. Though it probably had mayonnaise. That's probably me being ignorant, and it was probably like a mayonnaise mixture.
Right.
I love that. I've lost where we are. Hang on. I think it's pickles, which is supposed to be the islands.
Oh.
I know that like I feel like there is something that has like pickles in it, but I don't know what I'm thinking of. There's like a different sauce that I'm thinking of. Hello, Sharon.
That was just me saying to.
Russian dressing. Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's like
a lot of people do. A lot of people say corn chips or Fritos for dogs'
yes,
feet.
yes. Oh my gosh, yeah. I've noticed that. I always say like Doritos.
I've heard that. I've never smelled dog pads, but my sister-in-law says that same thing. She like trains dogs, like she like guide dogs, so she knows all about that.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I love that though. Dogs are like, they couldn't be any more perfect, but then they got to go and smell like corn chips. Like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sit on my lap all day.
Smelling their feet.
You can come hang out with my dogs. My one dog does kind of have a corn chip smell.
I'm going, dude. You don't even know. We'll talk, but like I'm unemployed for a while, so I'm ready for a road trip. You're not far from me.
Bhutan is ready.
I'm so ready. Oh my God. It's so doable.
I'm so jealous.
I know, yeah. You're quite far. Even when I was on vacation, you were still very far.
Yeah, I'm way on down here with my mayonnaise.
That's all right. I'm going down just for the mayo at least. I'm ready. We'll just have mayo on everything.
Yes, and that Southern cooking, I got you, boo. I got you.
One day I'm getting there too.
Cornbread and fried chicken.
Girl, stop. I'm excited.
I got you.
Yeah. I'm gonna get this next sprint ready.
Yeah, so right. Whoops.
And I'm just hungry. This is like, I've been eating mostly these cookies all morning. I haven't had real food today. Really today.
So I went last week to Aldi. It's like a little grocery store. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, if you guys know it or whatever. But it was the first time I ever went. And they have chicken sausages, but they have apple in them too. So I was like, oh, that'd be really good for like breakfast with like some eggs and like some hash browns. So I was like, I'm going to do that this morning. And I did that at like 10 o'clock today. And I have not been hungry since.
So they were good.
It was so good. And it was very filling.
I love that.
Yeah, I always forget about Aldi's. I should probably go there more often.
Yeah, it was like, I was just blown away by the food options.
I've heard of Aldi's, but I don't think we have Aldi's here in Canada. Is that kind of like a Whole Foods?
I think is it like a Trader Joe's, or is it?
No, it's more like I don't know what the next comparison, but it's kind of like a discount store. So like it's usually a little bit cheaper and more accessible for people who maybe can't always like afford like going to like a Whole Foods or something like that.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
It was pretty cheap. Like the produce was very inexpensive. And I was like, I'm just going to take all this for like 99 cents.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's cool. We kind of have something like that. We have we have a few stores that are like more discount, but we have something, we have like a no frills.
I have no idea what that one is.
Yeah. It's all right. But it's kind of like that more like affordable and accessible store for sure.
Oh.
Okay, let me share the screen.
And I'll probably have to pop out because I know we're going to start another sprint, but I don't want to leave during this sprint because I feel like that'd be rude. Just be like, see you later.
Just disappear.
Yeah, right. And everyone's like, where'd Autumn go? But it was so nice sprinting. And like, so happy to see everybody. I feel like it's been a while, but thank you, Diane, for inviting me on
Absolutely. Here. Thank you for hanging out.
Of course.
Love you. We'll talk soon. We'll have our night of
our wine and right night.
I'm
my favorite.
Yeah, we love it. We love the wine. I mean, the writing.
Yes.
That's the thing we like to do, call ourselves.
Right. Oh, well, I hope everyone has a great writing session. And I'll see you all very soon.
Yeah. All All right.
Bye, friends.
Bye.
Bye. All right, I'll share the screen and we'll get started. Ooh, wrong one. Whew, close. All right. Good luck and see you in 25 minutes.
See you soon.
Hi.
Hi.
How did that go?
Let's see. I think I did pretty good. I got 584 words.
Ooh, that's so good.
Yeah.
I love that. How much closer are you to the end? Are you still in the same chapter you were in?
Yeah, I'm in chapter 30. I feel like it's a little bit of like, I don't know, exposition just because like I don't like to do too many time skips.
Right.
But I have to definitely do time skips because basically she was in the water, she's getting out of the water, she's going to meet the prince. She's going to try to figure out how to kill him essentially.
Mhm.
So, this chapter I need her to get back into her room safely without being caught. Have like kind of a meltdown with the prince and be like, I need you to take me somewhere safe. Like, I need to talk to you. And then the
Mhm.
next chapter will be them like having a conversation. And I think I'm gonna have her get drunk
Ooh,
with
okay.
him, but then she like kind of says, and to think that I was sent here to kill you. And like him be like, what now?
I
And
love that.
then like then I think the chapter after that is going to be the end then.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's crazy.
Okay.
We're so close.
I love that. That's so cool. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Thank you. I'm excited too. How'd your reading
Um,
go?
I worked on some Ben stuff.
Ooh.
So I started brainstorming um the new scenes that I'm going to be writing
Mhm.
for chapter like the end of chapter 4 and chapter 5. Um and it went well. Like it felt like brainstorming and like outlining and stuff is like my favorite part of the process. So I was like thinking of like uh new scene ideas and like how so right now I need to add in I'm adding basically chapters 4 and 5 are like the 2 chapters before my main character kind of like makes a decision to do something. Um, and like right now in the draft, they're like I see what I'm trying to do, but it's just like it's not enough. They're like bland.
Mhm.
They're too bland. So I'm adding in like a little bit. I'm like trying to elevate the tension a little bit and just like add a bit more seasoning, like some more flavor.
Yeah.
To it to make it a little bit more to give it more of that push that it needs. And so I'm bringing in a character who in this draft and like a lot of previous drafts like has just kind of been mentioned.
Mhm.
And so now they're going to like show up in as a person in this new draft. So
Oh.
I started to brainstorm how I want, like how and
Mhm.
where and when I want them to come in and what that's gonna cause. And then I just started now I need to like make a character profile for them. So
Mhm. I
I
feel like
started
you talked about that in your video, right? That you posted today?
I
Because
just talked
I
like
just watched this and I'm like, this sounds exactly like we already talked about.
yeah,
And I'm like, it's because I watched your video.
yeah. I love it. Old news, old news.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of that's what's happening.
That's
So
exciting though.
yeah, so I'm starting a scene, not a scene, a character profile for them, and I got to figure them out a little bit. And yeah, that's
Love it. I do
basically
love brainstorming too. It's just so fun to get like jazzed about ideas.
it's so fun. Where I'm like, oh, and then maybe this. Oh, and then maybe this happens, and
Mhm.
maybe this. It's just so cool. It's my favorite part of the process.
Yes, for
Um,
sure.
let's see. James got 215 words. Nice. 133 for John. Massage my beat sheet. Nice. Not much to say about word count, but lots of ideas. We love ideas.
Mhm. As we were just
These are the
talking.
best part. Yeah. Also reworking my outline, I figured out a better motivation for my main character. I love that. I feel like that's definitely stuff that I need to kind of work on. I'm very excited for my CPs to read the story so that I get a bit of an outside perspective because I feel like I'm very, you know, I'm a little too
Mhm.
close. So it'll
Yeah.
be
That's like it's scary, but it's like so fun and invigorating to share your work with people.
yes, and I love because that is such an important part of like I think of like being an author
Mhm.
is to be able to like do that and learn how to navigate that and incorporate that and process that. So I'm excited to
Mhm.
dip my I'm not even dipping my toe. I'm just like deep diving into that. I'm very
Yeah,
much looking forward to it.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm finally at the final confrontation against the big bad. Super excited to finish relatively soon. Nice.
Yay.
Love that. I love that feeling like just before you're about to like finish a draft.
Mhm.
It's like, ooh, there's like you get this like this little oomph and it's so good.
Yeah. No, it really is. And that's how like I'm almost there too. So I'm like,
Mhm.
oh,
You are
we're so
so
close.
close.
It's been a while with this. That it's like been
It's been
3
a
years.
while. Yeah.
But like I stopped and I've done so many other things in between. Like, so it's not like I've been working on this like solidly for 3 years, but
Right.
it's been a lot longer than I wanted it to be.
Yeah. But it's gonna be so worth it.
Mhm.
From
I
what I
hope.
know of it so far, like it sounds so good. It sounds so good.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely having a couple CPs like looking at it as I've been writing it has been very helpful because already like they're giving me some things that I can like already incorporate going back into draft 2. So,
I like that. That's something that I want to work toward definitely is like
mhm,
bringing in CPs earlier. I think right now I'm still
mhm.
very like I'm just kind of like timid. Like I'm not confident enough right
Yeah,
now. So I was like, let me get it to like a half decent place first, and then I can show you.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
think
I
going
felt
forward,
Yeah, I'll say, like, I definitely felt like this is one of my stronger projects that I've started as a novel, like, because 'cause I've written a few of them now, but, like, I feel like the confidence with this one, I was like, "Here's my first draft."
yeah, that's
No, like,
so
my
cool.
other ones, like, I have, like, my contemporary I wrote in, like, 2020
Hmm.
that I would have not have shared. It was like, even thinking about that sometimes, I'm like, "Oh god," it was such a mess because there's just too many ideas I wanted to try to incorporate, and then I think I, like, changed, like, characterizations halfway through, so, like, I wouldn't have felt that way, but this one, I'm like, "No, I was pretty solid."
I love that. That's so good. That's such a flex to be like, here's my first draft. It just came out like this. Like
Yeah.
this is just how it is.
Yeah. Even though then, like, because I have said like, I had that mentality of, like, it's a clean first draft, however, it is still a first draft, and I keep
Yeah.
telling myself that because then I get so hung up, which I think is why it's been taking me longer too, because I'm like, "Oh my god, it has to be perfect because people are reading this."
Yes.
So
I've definitely been feeling that. I get
mhm.
I get stuck on the line level stuff
Oh my god,
every
yeah, and
time.
it bogs you down so much.
It really does. Like I can't imagine how much quicker I would be if I wasn't like trying to
Mhm.
make every other line sound better. Like, oh,
Yeah, which I think that's why I love short stories so much because, like, I'm very natural at like wrapping things up very succinctly, I think. So, like being able to like write those and have pretty clean drafts and then like keep tweaking it works like so much easier because it makes me feel like, oh, I'm accomplishing something versus having a novel where like you're gonna have to do so much work moving forward each step and you're like, oh, it's so much.
yes. I need to definitely get back into short stories. That was my thing when I was first writing, right? Like that's kind of like I feel like a lot of authors, like a lot of writers are like that, where like
Yeah.
they started with short stories. Like those are my roots, and
Yeah.
obviously, but it's been a long time since I've done that, and I remember those feelings of like, ooh, like
Hmm.
getting to the end and being like, I did that, like I fit, look at this thing, it's done, and it's
Yeah.
um, yeah. So definitely got to get into short stories again. Speaking of short stories, let's do a little plug here, cause today's a special day. So in case you guys aren't aware, Bree has submitted her short story, okay, to an anthology, a collection, and it's being released July 1st.
First. Yep.
Today is the cover reveal. I tried to update. I tried to like edit my the like description for this.
Hmm.
It wasn't letting me. So I'll do it after. It'll be in the description. Um, but I'll have the pre-order link.
Thank
people to
you.
check out. And then obviously Bree's page and Autumn's page also will be down there. So exciting! That is so cool.
Yes, if you want to read something by me, guys, it's gonna be in a book.
Yeah,
It's like a real published
it's
thing.
out there. It's gonna be like you can hold it. You can hold it. That's so
It's
cool.
so close.
I love that. Like I'm so excited. I remember before, like when you were like submitting, I read the story and I'm just excited.
Yes.
I'm excited.
It changed a little bit since you read it, but I mean
Okay.
the relatively it's all like essentially the same, but little bit tweaks just to make it a little bit more, profesh.
Oh yeah, I love it. Yeah, so I'm excited. But yeah, today was the cover reveal. So if you go onto Instagram,
yeah, it's there.
Check it out.
Instagram and TikTok. That seems to be where everybody's posting.
Yeah, congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, and I'm excited. So on that note too, I guess I'll plug another thing. I'm actually going to be doing a series on my channel where I take short stories that I previously wrote. So I wrote flash fiction in college and I have about 10 stories. One of them is actually the story that is going to be published in that collection. So I've already done this where I've taken a short story and re-edited it, but I'm going to be doing that live. So I'll be critiquing my own work as if I was going to critique anybody else's, and then working through like writing a page or two new of how I would edit it and what I would suggest for feedbacks if I was like editing somebody else's. But it's going to be mine. So then that, there's no pressure for anybody.
Right.
I'll roast myself.
I love that. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. That's something that I want to also get good at, is like CPing and like critiquing work. And being able to do it live, like you're so brave. You were so brave.
Yeah, I figured it was just gonna, be a challenge. But I know that like I, as a viewer, sometimes it gets so not frustrating, but like it's a bummer because like you can hear people talking about their process and like only so far, because like everybody wants to keep their work relatively private for, publication reasons, or we don't want people stealing your idea kind of thing. So I figured like if I show like a really bad draft that's only 2 pages to begin with and just like how I would edit it like a page or two, it's not the whole story, but at least that might be helpful to people who struggle with giving feedback or editing. So I was like, you know what? I feel confident enough now. Yeah. I'll just give it a go. And if it sucks, then yeah, it's just me.
No,
you don't have to listen to me.
I'm very excited for this because that is so valuable. Like very few people are doing that, where they're like showing like the step-by-step process and like, this is what it looked like. This is what I'm changing and why. Those are like skills that are hard to learn, and you can only really learn it by like seeing it and doing it. So I think it's valuable as hell, and I'm excited.
Well, thank you. Yeah, my first one, I just scheduled it because I put a poll up on my channel and it was pretty mixed. Like it was literally evenly split from people wanted like early mornings, late afternoons, and evenings. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to like revolve the time. So the first one, I'm going to do a morning one, and that's going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 19th. So if you guys are interested, and even if you don't come live, it's going to be on my channel. You can rewatch it.
Yeah, it's going to be such a good resource, I think. Like, I just feel,
I hope so. That's my intention, is like, I can't do much, and I'm not like, I still don't consider myself a professional in any capacity, but I have knowledge. I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you very you're like a wealth of information and knowledge and wisdom. You know your stuff. You know your stuff. I love that. That's so cool.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for letting me plug myself.
Absolutely. Please. Let's shout it from the rooftops.
Yes. But on that note, though, I am going to depart because it is close to dinner time, and I told my husband we should go to get food. So he's been waiting very patiently, hopefully patiently.
I love it. Yeah. Well, thank you. It's been so fun. It's been so long. It has been a while since we've hung out. So this is
I know. We'll have the wine and right one, whether that's live or just private, but we'll definitely have that.
Yes. I'm excited for that.
Yes. And yeah, hit me up. I mean, I'm relatively flexible, so I hope I can make another one before you go back to work.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'll have a whole bunch. So I'm sure the stars will align again, and we'll be able to stream together.
So, all right. Well, have a great night, everybody, and good luck with the rest of your Ben work.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. And then there was one, just me. I think so. Yeah, it is about. Ooh, my stomach. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Let's do one more. What's it called? Sprint, because I'd like to do a bit more. Do I want to do another reading one? No, I want to do another Ben one. So I'm gonna do some more like brainstorming and like outlining for these next two chapters, as well as I want to work on my character profile for that one character that is now going to be a slightly bigger. He's going to play a slightly bigger part in this story. So I think I want to work on that for this last stream. Let me just set it up. And then, we'll call it. I think it'll be good. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Share screen. Huh? Did I get it? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good luck, everybody. I will see you in 25 minutes. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. For a minute there, I forgot that I was on the stream. How did everybody do? That was good for me. That was really good. I'm still brainstorming. I did start the character profile that I meant to start. I started it, but I added a little bit more during that sprint. And then I just wrote a bunch of kind of brainstorm notes for the scenes that I'm gonna be adding in. And I still haven't like read through. I mean, I skimmed through the scenes that I have in chapters 4 and 5. I'm thinking with the way that I'm kind of thinking about how these couple scenes are going to go, I might actually be getting rid of a chapter. I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking that might be wise, because right now chapter 5 is like I feel like it won't be necessarily needed if I go with the new brainstorm and like the new scenes that I'm writing. I think I won't need that chapter, because that chapter was it's just not good. Okay, currently chapter 5 is not good, and it's not doing what it needs to do at the level that I needed to do it at. And I think that these scenes will do a better job of what chapter 5 is currently trying to do. And that would take away chapter 5. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to continue to brainstorm these scenes, but I'm thinking it's going to be chapter 4 with some of the scenes from this draft, but basically a whole bunch of new scenes. And then chapter 5, I might just do a little bit of like a narrative summary at like the beginning of chapter 6, possibly, which I've already done chapter 6, so I might need to like rewrite. I don't know yet. I haven't figured it out. But right now, that's kind of what I'm leaning toward, is potentially getting rid of chapter 5 entirely, because it's just not cutting it. Okay. But how did everybody else do? I have like a headache brewing like right here. So that's where I'm at. James, 139 words. Nice. John got 281. I'm liking it. Finished the short story I was working on, so now back to writing on my current novel. Ooh, tell me more. Tell me more about this. I really want to get back into short stories. I feel like I need that, but maybe I'll I'll do that. I mean, I don't need that necessarily right now because there's a lot that I need to get done. So I think, you know what? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Where once this draft is done and it's with CPs, maybe I'll do like a quick with CPs, and I'm waiting for feedback. There's also a bunch of other stuff I got to work on though, plus another kind of series that I want to start writing and thoroughly outlining. So we'll see. But definitely there will be short stories in my future, because I miss short stories. So yeah, I feel pretty good. I got some reading done. I got some important brainstorming done. No actual like words and like progress technically in the draft itself, but this is a good start. And I even like started writing down bits of dialogue, because there's gonna be a lot more conversations. It's gonna be conversations being had in these scenes, and so I started writing down kind of like talking points and like lines of dialogue. So I feel like writing short stories helps me feel like I'm accomplishing something quicker than it does with a full-length novel. Absolutely. And helps get ideas that pop up out of my mind. Yeah, I love that. Definitely short stories. I mean, they're just great. And like they're great to read too. Like they're like easy. They're like bite-size, things that they just feel good all around. And I'm getting nothing done because my 7-year-old saw me writing and now she's also writing a book. Oh, she's constantly asking me how to spell things. I love that. She also likes to polish first draft. Edit as you go, I love that. That's so cute. Oh my God. But yeah, it's about 6:15 right now, so I'm gonna hop off the stream and go see my parents. And I need to eat something. I keep looking at those cookies, but I need to actually eat like food. That's probably part of why my head hurts. Oh my God, that's totally why my head hurts. I've just been eating mostly cookies all day. So definitely gonna get ready for dinner and go see my parents. But this was lovely. It was really good having the girls on the stream. And thank you guys for joining me. I feel like I keep saying like, yeah, I'm gonna stream, Wednesday or Friday, whatever, and then I keep not quite sticking to that. So I'm not gonna promise when the next stream will be, but it'll likely be Monday. Today's the day, Friday. Very likely Monday. But I can't make any promises right now because sometimes I get to the day and I'm like, I don't feel well. But thank you guys. It's been great. James, you're a real one. I think you've been to like every live that I've done so far since I've started doing lives again and like doing them so frequently. You've been to like every single one, I think. So I'm very grateful. But yeah, thank you guys. I hope you got some work done, and I'll see you very soon. Very soon. And I will be updating my description, so check back on the video once it's posted. And you can check out Autumn's channel, Bree's channel, and the Stygian Society collection pre-order link is also going to be there. So do all that stuff. But yeah, thank you guys.